Don't think about the title of this book. Follow the original work. The protagonist is reincarnated for the second time, and the system is gone in this lifetime. What should we do? Follow the protagonist. The protagonist's welfare is good. Key points: precautions can be avoided if you don't like. There is a female lead. One of the double female leads creates the female lead. The protagonist is not a villain. Also, let me mention that some things are from novels, not from reality. Do not bring anime or novels into reality. Chapter 1. Another Journey. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Do you think this is the end? In a mysterious space. A person and a ball of light are confronting each other there. That's right, it's over. Your journey of Hokage is over. I didn't even become a Hokage. Do you think I'm over? You are also attracted to the position of village head, aren't you? But you must go to Xiaoxue to study. Get out of here, Grandpa. When you threw me over, I became a member of the Uchiha clan, and it was still the night of extermination. What do you think I can do? Come on, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Stop singing. Even the geese sing better than you. Get lost, don't insult the goose. Dish hashtag, where's your face? No need. Just tell me what to do about this, right? I am the system. Please say another word and try again. Did I say it? Tongzi, what did you hear me say? It seems like I didn't say anything. The system is looking at the person in front of me who is changing at such a fast pace. I let out a sigh in my heart. All of this starts from the source. Pay attention to this handsome system called Xiaoshui. As a system, he has his own task, which is to catch an unlucky person. Handsome young man, go for a reincarnation. Don't think this job is simple, it's actually a competition with the underworld. If you're not careful, you'll get caught. The pliers, soldering iron, and small leather whip are all there is to them. But as a system, it is also the responsibility of appearance in the system world. Xiaoshui naturally cannot be cowardly. The called high risk, high return. Xiaoshui can't do it, he needs to complete the task, and he also snatched the lucky ones from the black and unpredictable iron chains multiple times. I also casually touched the other person's head. And the person in front of Xiaoshui was snatched from the black and unpredictable iron chain. Because this person possesses all the advantages of a traveler without any constraints, cars, or houses, such an excellent person snatched him over and helped him bind a parasitic function. I was thrown into a different world. In fact, the parasitic function is quite simple, which is to choose a human host from that world to parasitize on their abilities. Note that it is the ability, not the body. The person who is parasitized will progress over time in the future. And the person who uses the parasitic function can become stronger without practicing. Keep only the strongest period. This shameless way of improving is commonly known as cheating. It's just that the person who Xiaoshui snatched over this time is quite pitiful. If they go, the good news is for the Uchiha clan, and the bad news was on the night of their extermination. Just opened my eyes, it's not the familiar oni sauce of the Uchiha clan but rather a masked red-eyed man wielding a knife and chopping towards him. Where did he see this scene when he just came over? Or rather, where have you seen this scene in your past life? Fortunately, this parasitic function is quite user-friendly. When it detected a life-threatening situation, it forcibly bound him to the mask in front of him with red-eye disease. Use divine power to dodge past. The masked man saw this situation and felt that the person in front of him was a good candidate, giving him a choice. Either follow him or be chopped to death with a knife. Are these two choices worth considering? Definitely choose follow him. Parasitic is ability, compared to the person in front of you in terms of combat experience. The difference is far away. Finally made it to the fourth battle. The original plan was to obtain the power of the 6 paths and then rebel. can result in he died before the 6 forces because of his mistake. He was caught in the opportunity between the filthy pillars. Mingshin Gate Naruto's toad. I understand everything I know. Brother Tongzi, do you think we haven't been here for 20 years yet? This is over. I know, I'll open a new one for you. Tisk, Brother Tongzi, you are such an excellent system. It is easy to activate, diverse in style, fashionable in personality, suitable for all ages. If you feel that the system is flawed, it must be my own problem. If you think that the system is not good for me, it must be my own problem. The system understands my heart deeply, and we are all heroes in the system world. Not bad, not bad. You kid has vision. Tongzi, have a lollipop. Not bad, not bad. Well, I have a request. _, sigma, degree, winky face. The system wanted to spit out the lollipop, but one hand pressed it directly. Tongzi. I don't have high demands. I just want to say, can you reserve the ability of the double divine power kaleidoscope to travel to another world for me this time? The system, which was originally fiercely contested, was stunned when he heard this and turned his head to look at him. Is that all? It's just that simple. I don't even know what to say when swallowing the lollipop system in my mouth. I originally wanted to offer a check that IN function as compensation. Let him have a good time. Is that all he asked for? But this is someone else's request. Don't refuse even a small request. After thinking for a moment, I gave a reply. Alright, let me arrange the double divine power kaleidoscope for you. Also, how about I make a brand new Azibo fan for you? Ho. Once a word is spoken, it is hard to recall it. If you believe me, you are right watching the system put on this inscrutable appearance. Wuming thinks it's okay to believe it for a while. I always feel like I've missed out on a few billion. The system shines brightly. These lights shone on the blind body, and his eyes slowly turned blood red. Transformed into the appearance of a sickle, but the next second it changed back to Goyu. According to the system's words, it is a principled system. If you want to become stronger and want to enable cheating, it is possible, but it is reasonable to enable cheating. Slowly becoming stronger is the way. In fact, I just wanted to roast about this last time. You chose to hang up, and you still need to be reasonable. This damn sense of ceremony. With the completion of the transformation of the unconscious body, the system emitted a few more beams of light and transformed into a brand new Uchiha fan in the air. Wuming feels the same as the official when holding it. The next second, the fan turned into a ring and placed it on his finger. TSK, thinking about the system so thoughtfully. Alright, thank you so much. This is the compensation you deserve. The system waved its hand as Wuming was about to say thank you. The light flashed again and a passage appeared in front of me. Wuming looked at this and clearly understood what he wanted to do. He smiled heartily. Tongzi. Goodbye by chance, thank you. After speaking, I bowed to the system. Playing back and forth, causing trouble back and forth, the system is kind to him. This is true. If it weren't for the system, how could it have any first-time traversing? Life had already ended at the moment of being hit by a car, although he may also have his own purpose. But in the end, he did save himself, that's a fact. Alright, let's go. The system doesn't even know how long it's been living. His standard for giving gifts is to see the cause and effect on his body without any ties or worries. A person with a good heart will not cause harm to the other world. If he reaches these 2 points, he will take action and ask why, because he feels that sending the traveler over is not sending the Demon King. So, thanks to someone like Wuming naturally come to him many times. Farewell. After bowing, Wuming stepped into the portal. As the portal disappears, the system sighed helplessly again. I'm the only one left here. I just felt something was wrong before I finished speaking. It's killing. The next second, a chain shot straight over. See this familiar attack? The system smirked with evil charm. Just dodged over there. Oh, old friend. Black Impermanence, who is your old friend? You're the only one who snatches my performance. Why don't you go grab the novices? Just keep an eye on me. Because we are destined, fate is it, damn it. I don't want this fate, young master. Look at the move. Tisk, why is young people so angry? Give it a try. A person has been snatched so many times for performance, and it's still the performance they got. Don't forget to touch your head before leaving. Isn't this comforting to you, you his mother comfort me word privacy can't we, yes, you're a bunch of light without even a head. Did someone knock off your head? Sleeping slot, this is a characteristic of our race, you understand it. Neither of the two people is convinced, who is spraying in that match. From physical to personality, then to spiritual, and finally with parents as the center, relatives as the radius, and ancestors as the goal, win to ensure the survival of parents, and lose to elevate the family tree to heaven. Finally, it went straight to the fight. As for who won, let's not talk about it. No matter which one you say, it will hurt the other party's self-esteem. Anyway, all you need to know is that the system cannot catch a single light. Okay, now get to the point. After Wu Ming enters this tunnel, the whole person is like a billiards ball being hit, crashing over, crashing over. I can't control it. I don't know how long he was tortured, but he finally saw the dawn of hope. Rush out of the darkness and embrace the dawn. Chapter 2. The protagonist's welfare is good. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. In a college, a woman with a charming figure auntie stood on the podium, lecturing to the students below. The City of Glory has gone through a long and dark era, which was preserved under the sworn defense of the demonic masters. The legendary demonic masters emerged in large numbers and established a huge empire on the main road. In a corner of the classroom, a black-haired student sleeping on his stomach suddenly shook his body. Just like when you dream of walking and stepping into the air while you're sleeping. I can't use it anymore because this person has really experienced it. I'm going, why is there a cliff behind a bunch of light? The young man woke up from his sleep and looked around at the situation. It seems that I have arrived, but which world is this? This young man is just getting more and more ignorant. Although he doesn't know which world this is, he is already very friendly. At least what he opens his eyes is no longer a dazzling machete. What else can he expect? Listening to the old lady's lecture on the podium, Wu Ming frowned and felt that these were somewhat familiar. Holy Ancestor Mountain Range. Monsters. I always feel like I've seen them somewhere. It's been too long to remember. Wu Ming is trying hard to recall, but the teacher on stage triggered the keyword. It seems like an electric current flashing through the back of my mind. City of Glory. Demon Master. This is. Wu Ming just concluded that suddenly someone stood up behind the classroom. He is a student with a beautiful appearance and naturally yellow hair. Because the teacher just triggered the keyword. Wu Ming's introduction to this place gradually came back to me. If my memory doesn't go wrong. This place is the novel world of Monster Gods Chronicles. This. Probably is the protagonist's name. What's his name? Hey, forget it, as long as it's clear. While Wu Ming was still thinking, suddenly a large memory surged in. Sleeping slot. Suddenly inserted. Let the confused thoughts that are trapped in thinking crash instantly. Bite your teeth tightly to not make a sound. After a while, my mind finally relaxed. Wiped the sweat off my forehead. I breathed a heavy sigh of relief. These memories are original memories. My parents left 2 years ago. I left some money, but not a lot. Life has always been quite tight. Wu Ming looked at his original body. I'm not really doing well. And he can also feel something else. Staying in the world of Hokage for so long is not for nothing. Understanding the human body is a mandatory course. Simply put, this body is malnourished and quite weak. If we were to come this way, then the path now is already very clear. Wu Ming looked at Nieli and decided to hang out with him. After all, this guy really has nothing to say about the people around him. Top-level martial arts. Send it. Divine-level growth demon spirit. Send it. Got money. Danielle. Continue to deliver. The greatest help given to a partner when someone is reborn. Even if these people are not kind to him, the reason is that his partner is enough. Unlike some people, Wu Ming sighed, his weak state now. Just one Shenwei was hospitalized. I can't even get a weapon or a fan. Is this the feeling of no blue? Clip. I shouldn't mock you. The teacher walked around the classroom and continued, after reaching the silver level, the spirit master can incorporate the captured spirits into the soul sea. During battles, he can push the possessed spirits to gain powerful combat power. The teacher also showed it, in simple terms, it was just showing off. Looking at his appearance, he smiled inexplicably. I used to be fearless even with 9 tails, and your appearance probably couldn't even pick up a tail beast jade from the other party. Although I can't pick it up either, I can dodge it. You can't even dodge. Roast about Wu Ming is much more comfortable. I vented my resentment in my heart for the hardships of the journey when I teleported over. Alright, just wait now. Let's stand in line later. Wu Ming wants to continue watching this teacher costume. Demon masters can constantly replace their own demons to increase their level limit, but it's impossible without enough capital. At this moment, a young man sitting in the front row, dressed in gorgeous clothes, said disdainfully, "Oh. Don't even talk about changing spirits. There are so many commoners in these junior classes who don't know if they can become demon masters." He laughed recklessly. The teacher, without refuting the classmate's words, simply chimed in and said, "I really don't know what the dean thinks. How could he let nobles and commoners attend classes together, sit with the proud son of heaven, so that he can't recognize his position clearly? He wants to fly up the branch and become a phoenix." Watching this scene quietly, Wu Ming temporarily chose not to speak. In his current situation, speaking is also mocked. Instead of starting like that, put it down first. We need to learn from the Dragon King. Be patient. Choosing not to speak but having a personal opinion is different. Nobles. Commoners. Nieli stood up from his position and said with a firm gaze, "Isn't legendary demon master Yi Mo also a commoner when he was young?" Nieli recalled the actions of the Holy Family in its past life and couldn't contain her anger when she heard the people of this Holy Family say these words. If it weren't for their escape during the city defense in the previous life, allowing a large number of monsters to enter the city, their actions, coupled with today's passage, would be so ridiculous. Seeing someone refuting him or for other reasons, Master Shinshio sternly rebuked, dare to call Lord Yi Mo's name. Sir. That's right, Lord Yi Mo has already proven that one's background cannot determine a person's future, right? After listening to Nieli's words, Master Shinshio was taken aback for a moment and then said somewhat disdainfully, Lord Yi Mo is a genius in heaven. Only adults have reached the peak in hundreds of years. What capital do you have to compare yourself to Lord Yi Mo? As he spoke, he pulled out another scroll and looked at the information on it with some pity, saying, although the Tianqian family has declined, as a noble, my soul power is only 5, not even as good as a commoner. No wonder I have to stand out for commoners. Shinshio's words made most of the aristocratic children in the class laugh. Watching the scene in front of me, Wu Ming's mouth twitched. At this moment, he really wants to say, please return to the Dragon King. This scene can't be the same. But it's too similar, too classic. Fortunately, Nieli is a reborn person and turns a deaf ear to these mockery. So what? Master Shinshio, you will regret what you said today. I dare say that there are many common people in this class who you look down upon, and they will achieve amazing results through their own efforts. Sooner or later, I, Nyali, will become the greatest demon master in the world. Wu Ming. What Nyali said made many people in the class cast strange glances, but this guy didn't care. And I also want to marry the City of Glory, the most beautiful woman. The previous words were so domineering, but now the following ones seem a bit childish. Many people laughed. After all, what Nyali said just now was a bit self-deception in their ears. Nyali didn't care and just made a bet with Shinshio. Just bet on testing your soul power to reach 100 in 2 months. Nyali dropped out of school if he lost, and the teacher resigned if he won. For Mentor Nyali and Shinshio, they didn't provide such good benefits. In class, she is still the master. Let Nyali stand and listen. Nyali didn't struggle either, standing very decisively behind. Duze and look at Nyali. Nyali comes from a noble family, but she speaks for the common people. Du thinks it's better not to sit in this position. Standing up next to Nyali. Lu Piao also stood over with great loyalty. Okay, it's time to stand in line. Ah, it seems like we can only stand for the next 2 months. Wu Ming smiled and stood up, stretched lazily and walked back to greet Nyali before standing next to Duze. Nyali looks at Wu Ming. That's thinking about everything, thinking about everything. Just remembered who this guy was. Don't blame him, after all, the existence of Wu Ming before was really too low. Shinshio, the mentor standing on the podium, looked at someone standing with Nyali and naturally didn't look good. He simply said, since someone likes to stand in class, let's stand together. As Professor Shinshio's words fell, a few more civilian children stood behind one after another. Chapter 3. Hunting the Horned Sheep. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 4. Strange Eyes. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 5. Shao Ninger. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 6. You asked me to come. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 7. The Mysterious Soul Sea. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 8. Do you still consider me a soft persimmon? You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 9. Acquisition of Purple-Blue Grass. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 10. Eating. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text.